Anyway, when I started doing research for this talk, I put in Google video marketing, and man, talk about turning on the fire hose. It's overwhelming how many sites you can pull up with great information. There's just so much information that really is overwhelming. So again, it's like drinking from a fire hose. So my goal here today is to make this an e4e spirit, a collaborative and interactive session. And we're going to throw out stuff. You're going to throw stuff back at me, make it quick. Most of the stuff's just going to be sites you know and stuff like that. If you've got comments, make them pretty concise. We'll do a little Q&A at the end, but the idea is that we'll accumulate some stuff. Since I edit the video, I can tack stuff in later, and I'm going to create a PDF with all kinds of great links and information and that you can pull later. We'll talk about that. So my goal is to have this be more of a catalyst and get you thinking about the overall prospect of video marketing, not drill down super deep, but something where you can get some resources to go ahead and research additional stuff. So what's the largest search engine? Google. Does anybody know the second largest search engine? YouTube. So YouTube is the second largest search engine. And here's some YouTube facts. There's mind-numbing statistics out there, but it's the second largest search engine. There's over 1 billion users. There's probably over 900 million users, I think, monthly on it. 3 billion searches per month, so it's a huge search engine. And there's like almost 5 billion videos viewed per day. We can go, half an hour with statistics on that, but it's a huge, huge resource. Video is very, very important in becoming the largest component of content almost on the internet. If you flip to the next one. This is Cisco creates what they call a VNI forecast, and I'll get you a link to that in the information. But here's an interesting statistic. Globally, consumer internet video traffic will be 80% of all consumer internet traffic in 2019, up from 64% last year. It's a virtual networking index. It talks about all kinds of network traffic globally, not just video, but notice how huge of a chunk that is. And there's just lots of other statistics, but video is just huge, and it's becoming a bigger and bigger segment of everybody's time, especially younger 18 to 49 demographic. People spend more time now on digital video, almost 2 hours a day, than on social media. It's pretty close, but it's actually tipping past that point, so pretty amazing. So let's talk about reasons you should focus on creating business content or video content. If you want to switch to the next one. There's a lot of reasons, but this is from a great article called 5 Reasons Business Should Focus on Creating Video Content. I found on entrepreneur.com. And video has a unique way to create an emotional impact with the viewer. What do you get from video that you don't get just from an article if somebody's talking to you? Personality. Nonverbal cues, right? Sound. Images. You get a little more complete picture of them as a person. You can also get again, if you target something well, you can create an emotional bond and loyalty from your customer base or from your target audience. You can repurpose content. We're going to talk about this later, but there's so many ways to slice and dice video content. You can enhance your branding and marketing efforts. Karen, right? You can include that as part of your marketing efforts and just add on to what you have and create another dimension to it. You've got the ability to embed videos in lots of locations. What are some places you can embed video? Websites. Emails, Facebook, there's just lots. We'll cover more of that a little bit later. Longer user engagement periods, that's a biggie. If you do your job well on your content, video has really, really great user engagement periods that are usually longer than a lot of other types of media that people are going to be exposed to. Anything else some of you can think about as far as great reasons to do video marketing? Will?
Good for SEO.
It's great for SEO. You'll get a lot higher search results on some search engines if you've got video in the content. You have to have your keywords and so on, but Will knows a lot about SEO. You can increase conversion rates. You can boost click-throughs on emails. How many of you use mobile users or have mobile phones, mobile devices? That's a gigantic segment. Over 90% of mobile video consumers share videos with others. YouTube reports that mobile video consumption rises 100% or doubles each year. So big chunk. So video distribution. One of the things you want to think about, and this is where it gets a little complicated, is how do you get your video out to those target audiences that you wish to reach? And there's so many ways to do it. One is, where do you host your video? Video hosting, anybody tell me what that generally means?
Where is it saved?
Yeah, where is it actually stored that it can be played from or embedded from? What's probably the biggest video hosting? YouTube. There are other video hosting companies. Anybody use any of them? Vimeo.
We try to post ours to our actual website so that people don't go to YouTube, they go to our website.
Do you embed it in your website?
We do.
Where do you actually where's the video coming from? YouTube?
Well, it's pulled from YouTube, but they're not at YouTube.
That's what I mean, yeah. So, but it's hosted there. So they have it stored so you can refer to it in your embedding. So there are lots of companies that do that. Vineyard, Wistia, Bright Cove, Sprout. One of the things you want to do is when you're researching where to host your video, and you'll probably want to host it on YouTube, but you may have reasons to host it as well on another pay site because maybe you get better metrics. Metrics are important, right? Is my video too long? Are people dumping off after 10 seconds? What are people doing with the video? So you can start to learn about people's behavior and habits and then go from there. Social media. So give me some places where social media outlets where you can have your videos be exposed. Facebook. LinkedIn. Instagram. Twitter. Any other ones? Snapchat. There's all kinds of places. Periscope, there's just tons. These have different requirements, right? Are you going to put a big old long video on Snapchat? No. So you've got different requirements about depending on where you're putting your stuff. Other channels, I think we mentioned a few of them. You can embed videos, content in websites, emails, landing pages, special landing pages with content directed to a particular purpose or task or product. You can embed them in PowerPoint presentations. Lots of things you can do. You can do media partnerships. You can do paid options. You can do, Will gave a talk a couple of months ago on Facebook ads, right? Yeah. So you could work with Will to do Facebook ads. Sorry, I put you on the spot. Do Facebook ads and then have a landing page and have a video on there. There's a great article in the resources. You'll have that, but there's a great article that anybody here of a company called Birchbox Cosmetics? They have a great video strategy, and they've got a great article on the channels that they use and the way they tailor their content to those channels to make it work. So really good information. I guess hit the next slide if you don't mind. There's our star. Who is that? So what are some content ideas you guys might have for what kinds of videos or what kind of stuff you put in videos that you might use? Like what? Yeah, cat videos, yeah.
Tips, how-tos.
How-tos, tips?
DIY for products.
Yeah, DIYs.
Testimonials.
Testimonial. Customer testimonials are great. Anything?
Product demo.
Product demos. There's lots and lots of things you can put in there. You can do customer spotlights, employee spotlights, your story, your company profile. Think about opening page, a quick video to describe you and your services. Instructional videos, virtual product tours. One of the little things I do on the side is Japanese kitchen knife videos, and I've done almost 700 of them. But I do it for an online site, so they put one on the video I do on their product page. So people can't go to this, it's just an online site, so this gives them a virtual handheld tour. And product videos will increase purchasing statistics quite a bit. He says about 30% with something that has a video on it versus not for his site. It's pretty amazing. People just love it. Customer thank yous, behind the scenes of how your company works or what you do or interacting. Anybody else have any other ideas?
Employee profiles.
Yeah, employee profiles.
Educational.
Yeah, general educational, explaining complex topics about maybe what you do. So if you've got a video that you've created, what are some ways that you can maybe repurpose that? This is one of the greatest cost benefits of video, value benefits. It can be inexpensive, it can be expensive, but what are some ways you might reuse a video or pieces of it?
Transcribing.
You transcribe it and make it a blog article. You can do a podcast with the audio only. What else?
Use it to create a book.
Use it to create a book. What if you got a 1-minute video and you want to create a 10-second video? You can slice and dice it if you plan it right, many different ways, and have impactful components to it. Or if you're shooting a video, you can take it and plan it and record different segments and use that footage for different things. Anything else? There's just lots of ways you can use it.
Pull quotes from it.
Pull quotes from it.
Well, on your intro page, you can have a rotating little snippets.
Sure, you can take a video and you could cut multiple smaller versions of it if you do your planning and your script writing well, and then cut that together multiple ways and create 4 or 5 videos out of one longer one. There's a lot of ways to gain value from the money you spend doing video. Just a ton of ways to repurpose it. And one of those is all the different outlets you can do, right? You can use it for your email campaigns, you can use it for your social media campaigns. There's just a lot, you can put it on your website. There's so many ways to use it. And what metrics should you use? There's just lots of, so Will, what kind of metrics would you find valuable for knowing what people are doing watching your videos?
Engagement and probably drop-off time.
Yeah, how quickly are people, how long are they watching your video? Are they dropping off pretty quickly? Once you get past that 20, 30-second mark, it better be really interesting. Otherwise, they'll go down. They say after I think a minute or two, it goes way down as far as engagement.
Are they clicking on anything? What is your call to action?
Right, do you have a call to action? Are they actually following that? Are they following up with that?
Are there cats?
Yeah. Did they like your cats? How much time I got?
You got about a minute.
Minute, okay. How are some of you using video right now?
We're using it in all of our e-learning modules, and then we'll take out little segments and just try to, draw people into the e-learning.
So Judy's using that in the e-learning module, and then they're pulling that pieces out of there. Can you go to the next one? Anybody else? John?
I use it on my website as an introduction, and then I have it out on YouTube, different training, speaking venues that I
Okay, so website introduction, and then also on YouTube for different training purposes. Here are a few links. I'm going to create a PDF with lots of information and tons of sites and links and people you can talk to from e4e about this, but we've got e4e community, of course. I put that at the top because you've got some great resources here, and there's a few other ones there. If you want the PDF, I'll probably have it out in a few days, but give me a business card if you want. Just send it back to me, or you can email me at sgamache@sgphotography.com.
Just a quick comment.
Sure.
On hiring somebody like Steve. When I first was videotaped, it was almost accidental. I was doing an event where I was presenting, and they videotaped it and gave it to me. And that's where I realized the power of having that. So I try to have a lot of my presentations videotaped. So I would recommend, if you are a presenter, have somebody like Steve come and videotape it, because then you have all that content. And it's very different than just a stage content, because when you're natural in front of the group, you're completely different kind of energy.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, you're definitely a different dynamic. So, plus it's really good, I'll be looking at this one. It's good for critiquing yourself as well. I think that's about it. So, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks.